What is up, guys? How are you guys doing? Today will be a quick video, no editing, no anything, only if I messed up something really heavily, which I hope I don't. But first of all, if you're here watching this video for the first time, or I mean the video you're probably watching for the first time, I mean about the channel. If you're watching the channel for the first time, or you are watching this as someone who is already a subscriber, welcome or welcome back. I hope everything's great for you. If you are here for the first time and you don't know, please subscribe to the channel, leave a like on the video. And if you feel like you want to support the channel after you see this video, if you think you connected with the message, there will be a Patreon link down below. You are not required to do any of this. It's just if you have conditions and if you want to do it, as I've promised my previous subscribers before. Everybody's welcome here. No content locked behind paywalls. You get some extra perks, but nothing that will compromise the main content of the channel. All right? Okay. Now that we got out of the way, let's talk about a topic that I think is really important, and it is about. I will give my example, my personal example, but you can apply it to different scenarios in different contexts of life. Like I'm going to talk about like I turned 30 years old and then I decided to open a YouTube channel for the first time in my life, and what it means to change paths. I mean, I still work with something else and we'll get that out of the way in the middle of the video, but what it means to change paths when you are like, I wouldn't say at an advanced age of 30, but it's an age when you turn 30. I think there is a certain expectations of society for you to have like kind of your life at least like on the right path, kind of figure it out, like kind of knowing where you're going. But I think it is something that is becoming more and more clear to everybody that people at 30 years old nowadays, they are not like they don't have a career, they don't have anything solid so far, and it's happening at 30, at 40. People are changing paths a lot nowadays, and I think it's a sign of a different era. It's not something like our grandparents and our parents had the opportunity to do. They are basically they had to pick something from the get-go and they had to get stuck to it. But yeah, the pressure of society to kind of have your life figured out at 30 is still kind of there. And so, how I got here in the first place? I was a tennis athlete. I played for an NCAA university. I was in Georgia, and then I was in Tennessee for a little while. Then I got like really bad injuries, and I had to come back to Brazil. I had to retire from competitive tennis. Came back to Brazil, finished my studies over here, started working as a project manager for a software development team, and it was pretty insane because I was the only Brazilian on the team, and everybody else was. I mean, there was another person based here in Brazil, but he was not Brazilian, and the rest of the development team was basically in places like Romania, Ukraine, stuff like that. And so it was pretty insane for me to have the chance to interact with that many people from different places. But let me tell you something, the time zone conflict was like, Jesus, was a problem. And so after uh, good years working for that place, long years, I decided to resign my position due to a lot of internal conflicts, which it doesn't matter right now. But it was a great time working there. People were fine, and I just decided that for some reasons I had to cut ties with the company. I decided to move on. From the get-go, I never stopped being involved with tennis because I've always like on the side was teaching some people, giving coaching and stuff like that because hey, I like this sport. I dedicated like 20 years of my life to it. Since I was 10 years old, I basically live on a court. My family owns a tennis academy here in Brazil. So like Tennis and me goes a long way back. And then when I resigned for this position as a project manager, I decided to become a tennis coach here in Brazil. Since my family has a tennis academy, I figured out it would be like a good path to kind of to structure things. But I've always wanted to have an YouTube channel where I could talk about different topics and maybe react to some stuff, give my opinion on some stuff, and more importantly, create a community where everybody can interact and maybe we can have some fun together, talk some shit about it doesn't matter, like just to be here, have some fun, talk about some topics, reflect, have tough talks when we need to, and stuff like that. From the get-go, I was like, yeah, but I'm 30 years old. I don't know if I should like open a channel because what if a friend of mine sees it? What if someone recognizes me, they see it and they think like it's ridiculous or stuff like that? What if it fails? And then it hit me like, well, if any of that happens, fuck it. Like, I don't care. Like it will not change anything in my life what other people are thinking about. Like I'm 30 years old, it's about time to grow a pair, and be like, yeah, if you don't like what I do, if you think it's ridiculous, and like I don't care. It's my life. And then I decided that okay, so I might just pull the trigger on this. And then I was like, I think I was like around 10 subscribers, and then I released like a Nightwish reaction video, and it got like 12,000 views, and I was like having my brain melted. I was like, Jesus, I didn't know this was possible. And then it was so funny for me to see like people connecting and people interacting for the first time in a video, and you seeing this like happening like in front of your eyes, and you're like, oh, and they are reacting to my video. I didn't think it would ever happen. Like, and I know like 12,000 people in the grand scheme of YouTube things is small, but for a 10 people subscribed channel, it was insane. And I was so happy to see people reacting to it and maybe giving me more background histories about the band and saying that they enjoyed my comments or maybe even disagreeing with me in something. But just to see that interaction was so cool to be able to see it happening in front of your eyes for the first time. From here on now, what I think it's my takeaway from this and what I think you should take away from this. My takeaway from this is simple. Like, I'm happy with what I'm doing. I'll keep doing it. I thank you guys for being along with me for the ride, and I hope you guys are ready to stay with me for a long time because I sincerely think you guys are great. Every kind of support you guys are giving me so far is insane. It's way more than I never thought that I would get, and thank you so much for that. As as my part of the deal, and you can expect me to keep pushing content. You can expect me to keep producing, of course, as time goes on and as the channel grows, and maybe I can focus more on this project. We're gonna see more and more content with better quality, but I will always give my best so I can keep you guys fed when it comes to feeding new content, okay? And about what you can take away from this video, I think it's simple. Age doesn't matter that much. If you are 30, 40, 50 years old and you want to start something new, you want to maybe take a next step, of course, don't do it like in a way that is without planning. I knew that I had my backup plan as teaching tennis in this case, but don't let any kind of thoughts about like maybe I'm too old, maybe I don't there's not enough space for me on the niche or something like this to get to your mind. Because basically I would rather try and fail at something than to don't even start because the thoughts of having that what if, like, the itch that you have sometimes, like, what if I did that? What if it worked out for real? Like, that is the worst thing. That is the worst feeling that I could get. So I decided to give it a shot, start doing this like full on. Um, I think if you have something similar, something that you want to start, something that you've been putting to the side for a long time now in your life, I think it's about time that we start like progressing towards what we really want to do. So I hope I helped someone with this video. If I did, please just support the channel if you can via Patreon. If you can't, just subscribe and like the video. It's more than enough. And that's it, guys. I see you guys on the next one. Bye.